The Blue Jays play their doubleheader against the Boston Red Sox there today. Game 1 was a nail-biter as usual for the Toronto Blue Jays, but they came out on top winning 8-7. And then in Game 2, they lose 3-2 to the Boston Red Sox. And look, in Game 2, I'm going to get to that in very short time because I want to talk about that game and how the at-bats were horrendous late in that ball game. But let's get to Game 1 real quickly, where the Blue Jays won it 8-7. Now, it should have been a lot better, but they allowed the Red Sox to claw back in it, and they made it an 8-7 game, but they were able to lock it down. Another one-run victory for the Toronto Blue Jays. But let's get to the stats here real quick. Travis Shaw, a solo shot, getting the Blue Jays on the board. His 4th home run of the year there in the top of the 2nd inning. In that same inning with Joe Panik on, Danny Jansen on an 0-2 pitch. Hits the ball to left center field, and it's gone. 2-run shot, Blue Jays lead it 3-0. We're feeling good now. Then Munoz, I think it's Munoz. Who is this guy? I mean, he crushed us all day long. It's a 2-run shot, and just like that, it's a 3-2 ball game. But then we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Teoscar Hernandez grounds into a double play, and the Blue Jays score a run on the play. I mean, as much as you would have loved to get more runs, you got the one on the play, making it a 4-2 Jays lead. Top of the 5th inning, Rowdy, sacrifice fly. Some small ball for the Blue Jays. Now a 5-2 Blue Jays lead. And then Peraza double center field. Munoz comes in to score. Then in a wild pitch from Tanner Roark, Peraza comes in to score. It's a 5-4 ball game. They're right back in it. Then the Blue Jays, top of the 6th inning, Joe Panik singles to right field. Vladdy comes in to score. Then Grichuk singles to left field. Gurriel and Shaw come in to score. And the Blue Jays pile it on now. It's 8-4. But Julian Merryweather comes in and really struggles. For the first time in his big league career, he royally struggles in a Blue Jays uniform because he gives up, 3 runs there in that bottom of the 6th inning to get the Red Sox right back in the ball game, making it 8-7. A.J. Cole goes out there and cleans up the mess, gets out of the inning, and a great job by A.J. Cole to get out of that somehow. All right, now the reason I didn't want to touch on this too much because I wanted to dive deep into this loss because there's a lot of things I want to talk about when it comes to that loss. Now, let's get to the numbers real quickly for the victory. Kevin Biggio 1 for 4 with a run scored in the ball game. And Randall Grichuk 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Great job by Grich. Rowdy Tellez 2 for 3 with an RBI. Great job. And Teoscar Hernandez 0 for 3, but he does walk once in the game. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 4 with a run scored in this one. And Lourdes Gurriel 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Travis Shaw was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored in the game. And he played a really good game there in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Joe Panik went 1 for 2 in the game, walked once, came around to score, and had an RBI. He has been hitting the ball extremely well lately. Danny Jansen went 1 for 3 with the 2-run bomb, as we said. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that Danny Jansen's first home run of the season? He's had 2. Never mind. That's his 3rd home run of the year for Danny Jansen. And that's it for the offense. Blue Jays had, 8 runs on 11 hits. They only struck out 7 times. They looked pretty good out there in the first game offensively. As we talked about, a pitching staff was kind of roughed up in this one. Tanner Roark, 4 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs. All 4 were earned, 6 strikeouts and a walk. So Tanner Roark really hasn't found himself as a Blue Jay. Other than his first outing against his former team, the Washington Nationals, he really has not been very good for the Toronto Blue Jays. We have not seen any of it yet this year from Tanner Roark. Julian Merryweather, like I said, his first outing where he's really struggled, 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 3 runs, all 3 were earned, struck out 1, didn't walk a batter. So a tough time out there for Merryweather. But as I said, A.J. Cole gets the victory in the ballgame. He's now 2-0 in the year. Came in, cleaned up the mess, 1 inning, no hits, 1 walk. And a clean job for A.J. Cole. And Anthony Bass goes out there in the bottom half of the 7th inning to close this game out. 1 inning, no hits, no walks, and a strikeout for his 5th save of the year. And the Blue Jays come away with the victory in Game 1, improving to 21-26 on the year. Now, let's get to Game 2. And this game was a lot different. The Blue Jays were not in front early. We got to see Ross Stripling in his first outing as a Blue Jay. I didn't think he was that bad. Again, there were times where he struggled. His line goes as so 4 1/3, 6 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and a couple walks. Again, not the greatest outing, but he wasn't too bad. But the Blue Jays didn't get really any offense. A ground rule double from Lynn in the second inning, an two-run double, or no, an RBI double, excuse me, to give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. Then Michael Chavis singles to center field. Devers comes in to score in the top of the third inning to give the Red Sox a 2-0 lead. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Rowdy Tellez drives the ball the other way, and it barely gets out of the ballpark over the Green Monster, but it does. And it cuts the lead in half. Now it's 2-1 Red Sox, all right? Top of the fifth inning, Reese McGuire. Why? With the bases loaded and one away, are you trying to throw a guy out at second base? Why? Well, you know, they had to play on. Why, though? Sean Reed Foley has the stuff for strikeouts. He throws it down to second. Clearly, the second and shortstop, I don't know who it was at second and short, didn't know what the heck was going on. They both cross each other. No one got the ball. It goes into center field, and they score a run. Bonehead play. I don't know what they're thinking on that. Oh, we're trying to backdoor somebody. Yeah, we got to be ready for it. And they weren't. Giving the Red Sox now a 3-1 lead. And the Blue Jays in the bottom of the sixth inning, they get a little rally going. This is where I want to talk about some things. All right, bottom of the sixth inning, you know, because obviously the Blue Jays are playing as the home team in this one because this is the makeup game for the when they boycotted that one game against the Red Sox at Salem Field. So this was technically the home game for the Blue Jays. Kevin Biggio strikes out against the rookie Lair. And, this guy was all over the place. All over the place. He gave up a double, struck out Biggio, then doubled to Grichuk, walked Tellez on 4 pitches. Hernandez put up a huge battle and struck out on a ball. Then VR singled to center field. Grichuk comes in to score, and just like that, hey, we're in good shape now. We're at a 3-2 deficit now, but we're right there. Then Gurriel walks. So bottom line, he has given up a double, a single. What is it? Is it 2 walks? 2 walks. And the one strikeout, the Hernandez strikeout was a full count, and it was like a 9-pitch at bat or an 8-pitch at bat. It was a really long at bat for Teoscar Hernandez. Bottom line, he can't throw a strike to save his life right now. Okay? And the Blue Jays have an opportunity here with Derek Fisher at the plate, a guy who's 0 for 4 or 0 for 3 in his career with the bases loaded. He's had a total of 18 at-bats this year. You have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the bench. You have Joe Panik, who arguably is one of the hottest players on this team right now offensively, on the bench. And they decided to go with Derek Fisher. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what happens here. On the very first pitch, Derek Fisher is a slider down in the dirt, and he's swinging. Have you watched the at-bats before you? You would have seen that this guy can't find the zone for his life. And if he is throwing it in the strike zone, oh my God, they're hanging. They are hangers, and they're not pretty pitches. A slider in the dirt, and he swings at it to make it 0-1. Then, a couple pitches later, curveball, or whatever it was, curveball, slider, whatever the heck he throws, right down the middle of the plate, and he looks at it. And then I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to myself, after the way he's looking at these curveballs, he's going to get a fastball now. 97-mile fastball, up above the zone, chases it, strikes out. In baseball, I've played a lot of baseball in my lifetime. You go up to bat with an approach, with some sort of idea. You see what the pitcher's doing, you see the situation, and you go, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Or this is how at least I'm going to start the at-bat. Derek Fisher clearly made up his mind. I am swinging at the first pitch. When this guy is throwing all over the place. I don't get it. And I'm not really sure why they didn't pinch hit for him. And people are like, well, he's an outfielder, and Vladdy's an infielder, and so is Joe Panik. Yes, they are. But Kevin Biggio, I think, was playing second base. You can put him in the outfield. Then put Vladdy in at third. Move Shaw over to first. Or move VR to second. Espinal to short. Whatever the case may be. Panik. If he came in to pinch hit, You could just easily put Panic at second and Biggio in outfield. It could have happened, but they chose not to. Then we go to the next inning. Okay? Travis Shaw gets on base, infield single to start off the inning. All right, good stuff. Now they pinch hit for Vladdy. And I love Vladdy. I'm wearing his jersey, and I've loved what he's done, maybe not over the last few games, but as of late, he's been pretty good. But what was the approach there? He goes up there, fastball top of the zone, swings right out of his pants. Almost popped his belt like Pablo Sandoval did back at Rogers Center a few years back. Then he gets jammed on a pitch. And this is way off the plate inside. What was the approach? Crush a bomb? Swing at anything? I don't know. And that's the problem right now. Then the next batter, Cavan Biggio. And I love Biggio. I love the way Biggio plays the game. Except what I've noticed from him lately, and guys, remember when he was in the 270s, he was hitting extremely well. Things were going great. Now, he's still hitting 255 with a 368 on base. I'm not saying he's not a good player and not playing well, blah, 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 blah. What I am going to sit here and say is that he is being way too patient. I mean, I think he had 2 strikeouts today. He had the 1 strikeout today, at least in this game. And it was the final one to end the ball game. He goes up there again, and I understand you're not going to see Cavan Biggio swinging a lot of balls. You know that for a fact. But again, he took 2 pitches, very hittable, and watched them go by. And then at a fastball on the up and outer corner, which is not a very easy pitch to hit, I don't care who you are, you got to chase, you got to protect. Strikes out to end the ball game. Those last 2 innings, I don't know where the at-bats were. Where was the approach? Look at Jonathan VR. I know people have been all over VR for his first few games as a Blue Jay and giving him absolute, nonsense. And I said to give this guy some time because just relax. The guy's been there, done that for a long time. He knows what he's doing. Jonathan VR, okay, watches the Teoscar Hernandez at bat before him. Like I said, it was about an 8 or 9 pitch at bat, and Hernandez strikes out on a slider on the outer half of the plate. Okay, VR gets the 2 strikes. He could have been at full count. I can't remember if it was full count or he just had 2 strikes on him. He's like, all right, so the previous batter with 2 strikes to do a slider. I have 2 strikes on me. Could have had a full count. I'm not sure. He's probably gonna throw the slider to me. What does VR look for? The slider. What does he get? A slider. And hits it up the middle for an RBI single. You go up there with an approach with the batters in front of you that you've seen go about their at-bats. You know it. You have an idea of what you're going to do at the plate. You have an idea what you're going to see. You go up there with an approach. You make it happen. VR did that. A lot of the other Blue Jays did not. And he scored 2 runs on, 2 runs on 6 hits. Not going to get much done with that, guys. You're really not. Now, let's get to these numbers real quick. Like I said, Cavan Biggio 1 for 3 in the ball game. Grichuk 1 for 3 with a run scored in this one. And Rowdy Tellez, this guy's been on fire lately. 1 for 2 in the ball game, had the home run, the run scored in the RBI, and walked once as well. He's hitting 266, guys. He's having a pretty damn good season as Rowdy Tellez. And Teoscar Hernandez 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Jonathan VR 1 for 3, but it was an RBI single in the later part of the game. Big time for him. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 1 for 2 in the game. Had a walk against... don't sneeze. I'm fighting it off. Whew, all right. And Derek Fisher, well, like we talked about, he was 0 for 2. He did walk once, but in the biggest at bat of the game, you strike out. You get that big opportunity late in the ball game. Didn't come through. All right. Travis Shaw 1 for 3 in the game. He also... I thought he struck out once. I guess he did not. Reese McGuire 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And Jays fans, I'm going to sit here right now, and I know we're late into this video, but I'm going to sit here and say this. Danny Jansen's home run, yeah, I liked that. And then that really put a stamp on me for at least for the time being. We'll see if it can, if it can continue moving forward. If not, or even if it does continue, we now seen that Alejandro Kirk is on the bench. They showed him today. He's on the bench. Reese McGuire is hitting .073 with an .073 on base percentage. Let me check out his stats this season. I think he has, one home run. He has, obviously it's, 10 games, 39 at-bats. Not a very big sample size. He has not walked once. He has 1 RBI, couple runs scored. He has a total of 3 hits in 39 at-bats. That is horrendous. It's basically an automatic out. A lot of pitchers in the National League hit better than Reese McGuire is right now. Give Alejandro Kirk a chance. Especially before this Yankees series gets going. You want to see what this kid's got? Don't throw him out there against the Yankees. That's not really what you want to do at this point in his young career. Give him like the Boston Red Sox. Give him a team like that. We're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out, guys. I don't know. Jansen and McGuire both played today. Maybe we're going to see Alejandro Kirk tomorrow. I have no idea. Probably not, because Chase Anderson will be on the mound, and throwing a catcher who's never caught in the big leagues with Chase Anderson out there, I doubt they'll do it. But Charlie Montoyo, who the heck knows what's going to happen with him. So they split the series today. They're now 2-1 on the series for the Red Sox. This 5-game set. And as I mentioned in the last video, I would love to see a 4-1 time here at Fenway Park against the Sox. Now, quickly through the standings here real quick. The Yankees are winning right now against the Baltimore Orioles, so it looks like, I mean, who knows? Things can change, but the Yankees are going to go up, half a game on the Blue Jays? Well, if they win that, they're going to be a full game up on the Blue Jays. But let's get to the Detroit Tigers, who had a doubleheader today and lost both. So Jays fans, with the one win the Jays had today and the 2 losses by the Detroit Tigers, I mean, playoff spot looks really good now. The Tigers are now 17-19 on the season. I mean, they're 3 games behind the Blue Jays total. I mean, things are looking real nice for the Toronto Blue Jays. They just got to go out there and win some ball games. It's going to be tough. They got to find a way each and every day to find a way to get a win. Can we have a laugher, please? That's what I want. All right, so you know what, guys? Before I wrap this thing up, the pitching matchup tomorrow is Chase Anderson for the Blue Jays, and we're not sure who it is for the Boston Red Sox. There tomorrow evening, 7:30, first pitch at Fenway. Game 4 of the 5-game set at Fenway. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You enjoyed the video and liked Game 1, but not Game 2. Smack the like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's games? Also, what do you think of those at-bats I talked about later in this game? Maybe you have a different take on it. Let me know in the comments below. Twitter is down below for myself as well. Follow up and send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Instagram link is down in the description. So if you've not followed the Instagram page already, please go do so. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition, Game 4, Round 2 against the Boston Celtics tomorrow evening, 6:30 tip-off down there in the bubble as the Raptors look to ride that momentum from OG1 Kenobi's big-time buzzer beater 3 yesterday into Game 4 and look to even up the series at 2 games apiece. Because the Milwaukee Bucks are down 3-0 to the Miami Heat. Crazy, crazy stuff happened down there in the bubble. Let's even that thing up tomorrow evening. Raps Celtics Game 4. All right, and as for the Blue Jays, Game 4 of the series against the Boston Red Sox. Tomorrow at Fenway, 7:30 first pitch there. Chase Anderson on the mound for the Blue Jays. We're not too sure as of yet on the mound for the Red Sox. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Talk to you guys then.